Hello, welcome to Geeks and Gurus. I'm very excited to have the special guest SOCAR here with us. So we're going to get into introductions. I am Zoe Hawkins. I lead content at Sumo Logic under the product marketing team. And I am really, really amped to have Ben and Abhishek with us. So I'm going to let you both introduce yourselves. So Benjamin, you want to go first? Just tell everybody your name and your role. And obviously you work at SOCAR. So we'll go from there.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin, and I am head of technology in SOCAR. I'm very delighted to join and very happy to be here with Sumo Logic, talking about the collaboration that we have been going through, that we have support from Sumo Logic on these observability. Thank you.
Awesome.
Abhi?
Hi, my name is Abhishek. I'm one of the software engineers here and the team lead for the backend team. And one of my primary goals and job is to make sure that Sumo Logics and everything is integrated. That gives us the best chance at observability, which is something that we have been working towards for the last good part of last year. So yeah, quite excited to speak to everyone.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So backing up a little bit, can you explain a little bit about SOCAR? What, for the people who don't know, like what you all doing over there?
All right, sure. So our business is mostly on the mobility area. Actually, we have three different service areas. We have SOCAR, Travel, and Dash. The concept of SOCAR is to dissect the car sharing into hourly base. So we have a device which is integrated in the car, which communicates to our system. So for the customers to be able to use the car in hourly base without any intervene of human.
That's pretty cool.
Travel, on the other hand, is connecting the car owners to the people who needs the car. So it's similar to like the traditional rental business. It's just that the individual car owner, if like their car is not in use, they will be able to put their car on our platform so that other people would be able to use the car and have more value out of the car. Because car is a very expensive asset. And it's sometimes difficult to manage because of all the cost that goes into the car. So those are the things that we would like to solve for the customers. The third service is Dash, which is I would say some of the last mile service. So what Dash does is mostly for the car deliveries. So when you are in need of car, and traditionally you have to go to the rental office, you do all the paperwork, and then you will be able to receive the car. By using our platform, we've already done all the documentation validation. And when you rent a car, you will be able to get the car at your doors using the delivery service.
Great. Fantastic. So looking at getting started with Sumo Logic. So I want to kind of start, take you back in time a little bit to before you started using Sumo Logic. And if you can just tell me a little bit about the importance or the value of an observability tool and what you were using at the time and what you were trying to do with that within SOCAR's technology space.
Abby, you wanna take this?
Yeah, sure. So before this, we had a bunch of different tools that were implemented. One of them was Datadog, but we were using it only for logs. In terms of importance, as Ben mentioned, that most of the things that we want to do are online. We don't want any kind of human intervention with the user, specifically just so that they can have a better user experience in terms of just getting on with their flow. So it's very important for us to have observability over whatever the user is facing in terms of all the backend stuff that we are running, our infrastructure. So it's very important to have that kind of visibility over every aspect of the system, and if there's anything going wrong, for something to alert us. So we're using a mix and match of a bunch of things, and we wanted to optimize and unify all of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and you say like optimize and unify that, great segue to my next question. What were some of the issues that you were experiencing? No one gets up in the morning and is like, I feel like shopping for a new technology solution. But were there issues with price or log ingest or MTTR? Like where was kind of the headache that made you decide like it's time to go look for a new solution?
So it was a bit of all of them. I mean, the price is definitely out there. But in terms of how we were using the solution, right? Like the log ingests and the formatting was a big concern because even if we have monitors and stuff set up, if the formatting is incorrect, then it's not like something that we can. Okay, so let's say our backend is generating formats and we have microservices, so all of them could be generating in their own way. And we needed something to parse and streamline things so that we could set up monitors um, to start utilizing these different logs from different microservices coming in. So that kind of helped improve the MTTR as well, because initially, as we'll go on, I think we'll discuss more, but the expansion or the people who are on the platform has increased to just not tech, but beyond tech as well. So that is something that we wanted to implement to get more people involved in monitoring and observability, so that everyone has like a transparent view of our system internally.
Excellent. So when you decided to, go find a better solution, that would give you that greater functionality and bring in other teams and all the rest, who else were you looking at in the market, and what was the main thing you were looking for? Like, what was the, this, whatever our solution is, it must have, XYZ.
Yeah, Ben, you go ahead first.
All right. Well, I don't think it's relevant to give names,
Okay.
but we've compared like two other competitors, and well, I haven't gone like very detailed in the technology and the benefits that everybody provide, but overall, I would say the capability wise, which I've seen, is everybody provide all the requirement what we needed. But the good thing about Sumo Logic, well, cost wise, it was more affordable, and the pricing plan. I would say there could be like pros and cons of the pricing plan. Sumo Logic provided like the credit for the whole year. So how we utilize could either benefit or we could consume in earlier phase, which gives us it could give us like more bandwidth if we optimize our usage. So I think that was like the area where we had to decide on which one we are going to go forward with.
Excellent. Abby?
Any to add on, Abby?
Yeah,
sure. So I mean, platforms and everything are great, but in terms of tooling, that we really wanted was APMs, being able to see if anything has an anomaly, alerts, and just the whole shebang in terms of Kubernetes monitoring. If we have a sidecar set up, everything, like it's just, we wanted to see which one we can get for the most bang for buck. And somehow it's after we had a demo and stuff, we could actually see all the boxes being checked out. Yeah. I think that made us go for it.
Excellent. Excellent. So now I know you're still kind of in that ramping up stage, but so far, what are you using Sumo Logic for?
Well, everything from log analysis to performance monitoring, and
Mm-hmm.
also to see how our infrastructure is doing, because some of our infrastructure pods are ephemeral, so we don't know historical value. But since the good thing about Sumo Logic is that it's storing data for the last 30 days. So let's say even if there is any kind of issue that happened within those 30 days, it's very, I would say, easy for anyone trying to find the root cause to go back and try to see what was the behavior of the issue. And apart from that, we are also using Sumo Logics to create dashboards um, for internally different roles, not just engineers, but also PMs, our designers. They can also use some of the data that we are uh, putting together nicely for them to see all these dashboards and make more data-driven decisions.
Nice. I love to hear that. I love to hear about different teams using it. So how many people would you say are using Sumo Logic at this point?
I would say the last I remember is 26 and growing.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I mean, you mentioned designers and PMs. Like, are you finding that having this shared dashboards or shared views, is that building collaboration between your teams? Are you feeling like it's bringing people together?
Yeah, because sometimes nowadays, whenever there's an issue, we
Mm-hmm.
get screenshots of our dashboards, and even in our Jira tickets, some of the dashboards are mentioned. So that is something that I think personally all the engineers feel very comfortable with. Like, okay, this is a dashboard. I know where to go and check what exactly. So it gives a lot of specificity to our work, which is, I would say, I was very happy the first time someone reported that, hey, something's wrong, and it was a screenshot of the dashboard. I was like, okay, people are using it.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. That's super exciting. Do you know offhand or have a rough idea of, about how much data you're ingesting at this point? I know those numbers are going to fluctuate and change over time, but just kind of a rough idea.
As Ben mentioned, that the credit system was there. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are using it as a credit system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our data kind of fluctuated a lot initially, because when we joined in straight away, we could see really high data ingestion.
Mm-hmm.
Could be upwards of 15 gigs per day. But thanks to our team and all the hard work that everyone has done, we have kind of optimized everything down to around, it still ranges around somewhere to 4 to 6 gigs per day.
Mm-hmm.
But the amazing work that the team has done to reduce it more than 100%, like it's literally half. So it's really great to have everything we want, but for a smaller amount. But around 4 to 6 gigs is what we are using at this point per day.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I mean, I loved the story about, being able to get reports or bugs or Jira tickets, kind of coming in from, with screenshots of a Sumo dashboard. Would you say that's your favorite part, or are there other like favorite parts about using Sumo Logic that you've encountered thus far?
Ben, I'm pretty sure you have a couple experiences in this.
Well, for me, like the things that I like would be that I will be able to, look at the data, analyze. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Being able
for
to have that
me,
visibility. Yeah.
for me, it's like I like creating bots to tell people something's wrong. Um, I mean, it's slightly anxiety inducing, but also when it doesn't fire off, we are very happy that all right. But again, actionable monitors and things like that, they are really helpful. Helps us stay on top of the problem far before it's being reported by anyone.
Yeah, yeah, it helps you be proactive. I love to hear that. That's really cool. I know there's a lot of forward-looking things, things that you might plan to be doing. Do you have a sense of looking into the future, in the coming months, any projects or activities that you're excited to use Sumo Logic for?
We want to just reduce more data ingestion, I guess. Not really reduce, but more like optimize everything. And well, like I said, I have a bias towards creating monitors, right? So I will continue creating more and more monitors. I think Ben, after a while, would be like, stop. So let's see. In terms of more projects, we want to have our entire architecture to have APMs and traces, and also our Kubernetes, the whole platform will be going in. So again, to add more and more visibility as much as possible. But for me, it's always to create monitors.
All your minions, all your bots. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have my bonus question. This is my one of my favorites, just because this is where I get cool stories. But feel free to tell me you don't want to share. You don't want to share any wild stories. But for what is the wildest thing that you found in a log thanks to Sumo Logic? What's one of these bizarre changes that came in? Your monitor pinged on something that you were like, we would not have known about this otherwise.
This is an interesting one because, all right, so one of these days we had a bit of a skirmish in our office in terms of hey, something's down, and everyone was looking at one of our services, and all I did, it's not even like a grandeur thing, right? But all I did was just sort out the errors and count them based on the service name, and it obscurely came to a service which we have never even touched in over a year and a half, and it just popped up, and pretty much everyone was surprised, and it took us 10 minutes, but for the initial 8 to 9 minutes, everyone was thinking of something else. But the fix literally came in 1 minute because the other service was down. So if the only reason why I would say it's wild is because I've been working here for quite a while, but I didn't hear about that service that was deployed. So yeah, that's okay for me.
You found a gremlin in the code. I love it. A hidden service that you were able to find thanks to Sumo Logic. That's really cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we made it to the end of my questions. You both have been amazing answering all of our things. I super appreciate your time. I know everybody else's time is short, so thank you everyone for watching. And thanks so much. I'm really looking forward to the ways that Sumo Logic and SOCAR will continue to collaborate and grow going forward.
All right. Thank you, Joey.
Thanks so much.